happy week 19. I'm still out walking because I'm still in pain. I didn't really do anything much on Sunday. I walked on the treadmill I was gonna do 3 hours, but Megan really wanted to play Scrabble. Or no, I'm sorry, she really wanted to hang Christmas lights inside the house. So I cut it to 2 hours so I could get that done and then still have time to cook dinner. So I did 2 hours on the treadmill, which was almost 7 miles, so I'll take it. I did try to run at the very end, and I made it a minute before I decided I should stop. There was some pain, but it didn't feel like as much pain as Tuesday. I don't know, improvement, I guess. So we'll see. I'm gonna try running again at the end of this walk. I have about 10 minutes left. I think I'm just gonna do 45 minutes. The half marathon for Space Coast is now full, so I cannot transfer. So I am stuck at the marathon distance. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Look, I'm running! Yay! In happier news, I'm running, kind of. I decided today to try, like my hips have been feeling better when I walk, a little achy, like if I sit too long, or on Saturday we had a 6-hour craft fair and it started to hurt by the end. All the squatting and stretching and just being on my feet. And, but it wasn't horrible, you know? So I thought, well, I'll try it. You know, my race is 6 days away. I need to figure out realistically what I can do. Am I going to cancel? Am I not going to go down? You know, I got to cancel a hotel room and all that stuff. And so today I'm doing 30 seconds of running, 2 minutes of walking. So it's mostly walking, just a little bit of running thrown in, and it's uncomfortable when I run, but it's not flat out pain. So I'm gonna take that as a good sign. I did not do any walking on Friday. I did walk on Thursday with a friend, so I didn't take a video. I didn't do anything on Friday or yesterday. So I've been resting it, been doing my exercises, been doing my stretching. So hopefully I can get through some of the race. All right, I went 3 miles. I did 30 seconds of running, 2 minutes of walking, and no pain. Well, there was one walking interval where I had some pain, and I stopped and just kind of stretched my leg out a bit, and it was fine. But no pain while walking. There's some pain. It's not sharp pain. It's uncomfortable. It's definitely discomfort, and it's making me run a little weird. I can tell my gait's off. But I made it 3 miles with an average of 20 something. The marathon on Sunday, the pace cutoff is 16-minute miles. So right now I am staying above the pace, which is nice. I don't really have time to stop and go to the bathroom, but I'm hoping maybe by Sunday my run interval will be a little bit longer, walk interval will be a little bit shorter, so I can bump that 15 up to maybe 14 or perhaps even 13, give me a little bit more of a buffer. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know, we'll see. I'm running again today, doing a little bit longer, 45 seconds of running and 1 minute and 45 seconds of walking. Yay! All right, walk break. Pretty much the same as yesterday. I definitely feel it when I run. The first 5 seconds of the run interval are pretty painful, and then I kind of settle in, and by the end it's not terrible, but it's still there. But walking's fine. So I'm hoping to extend the run intervals safely to either 60 seconds or 75 seconds by Sunday, and we'll see what happens. All right, halfway through week 20. I think this is week 20. I don't know, I'm combining last week's video and this week's video just because I didn't do a lot last week, so I'll just combine these before I run the marathon, or maybe run it. I guess I'll run it. Oh, wow. A lot of people are using the new dog thing. Nice. Um, so like I said, I did 45. Yeah, I totally blanked there. It took me a minute to remember what I did. I did 45 seconds of running, 1 minute, 45 seconds of walking, and it felt fine. As good as it's going to feel, I think. Like I said, hopefully I'll take a rest day tomorrow, maybe ride my bike or something. And then on Thursday, I will get up a little early and I will try to run 60 seconds and walk for 90 seconds. I think I'll bring it back down to 15 seconds. And I'll try to go for 4 miles or 5 miles and see how that feels. And hopefully it'll feel okay. And I don't know, I'd be happy if I could get 15, 16 miles in on Sunday just to get a decent training run in for Goofy. I averaged a 14-minute mile today, so better. That gives me a nice little cushion over the sweepers because it's a 16-minute mile you have to maintain on Sunday. So I feel better about that. It'll definitely be endurance and how long can the hip hold up before I decide it's safer to pull myself. I don't see myself finishing all 26 miles, but I'm gonna do what I can. Yesterday, to finish off the last week of Diabetes Awareness Month, which ends on Sunday, I had my daughter put a glucose monitor on me so we could compare a non-functioning pancreas to a functioning pancreas. And so today, I don't know if you can see it. There it is. So I'm wearing a Dexcom G7. It felt really weird when she put it in. Like I would cry when she came home from the hospital and we had to put these sensors on her. Well, it was about a couple weeks before you put the sensors on her. But the first night, the first night she came home, she was doing finger sticks, and we had to do one every night at 2 a.m. to see where her blood sugar was. I just remember the first night going into her room with everything and just crying because here I was, sticking a needle in my kid's finger, knowing she's going to have to do this the rest of her life. And like I had held it together when she was in the hospital, and then that first night, I just lost it. And I just felt so guilty and just felt so bad for her that this is her life now. So wearing the sensor has been kind of fun. Like I forgot it was there, and it's not very big, but it's big enough. And I was reaching into the dryer to get clothes and I hit it on the side of the dryer. I was like, oh, that kind of hurt. And I forgot it was there, and like trying to put my bra on today to run. Usually I just slide it right down my arm. Like, oh, I have to be careful that I don't just rip this thing right off my body. So I had to kind of maneuver it, and I'll have to do the same thing to take it off. And it's just the little things you have to think about, trying to make sure you keep your tech on, because you only get so many per month, and the companies will replace them if they fail, but they won't replace them if you rip them off. I know, she ripped Minnie off, like hitting her desk at school and stuff, or swimming and all that. So it's been eye-opening. And it's been fun tracking my blood sugar. I am at risk for type 2. So this has been kind of interesting to look. I ate a plain bagel this morning with nothing on it. And before I left to go run, I was at 166, which typically normal pancreases will usually catch it by 140. So I was like, huh. So it's kind of fun to watch. I am now back down to like 102 after running. So my pancreas did work. So it'll be interesting to see what it does over the next 9 days left on the sensor. Happy Thanksgiving. It is Thursday morning, Thanksgiving Day. I got up early, got out right after the sunrise. I'm trying to get home. Oh, time to run. Get home. The tradition that my mom gave me, have cinnamon rolls Thanksgiving morning. Ooh, 1406 mile. And then we would always go visit family that's like an hour away. All right, sorry, I had to focus on running there. With the hip, I'm afraid of just one misstep is going to be painful. All right, so anyway, yeah, Thanksgiving for me was cinnamon rolls in the morning, watch a little bit of the parade, leave for my family about an hour away, have lunch with one side of the family, dinner with the other side of the family, and then come home. Since I no longer live close to my family, we've only gone back once for Thanksgiving. It's just tough, not enough time off. So now we just stay home. Usually it's very informal. I still make the cinnamon rolls, still watch the parade and the dog show. This year we're smoking a turkey breast, just the turkey breast. We're not big dark meat turkey people, so there's only 3 of us that will eat turkey, so I'm not making a whole turkey. And then the usual sides. But I got to get back and make the cinnamon rolls. My husband wants to go run a half marathon on his own, so I need to get those ready so he can eat and let it sit and then go run, and we're gonna get the turkey started. And then get the cheesecake started. Okay, I didn't talk about how I'm running today in the hip. I upped it to 60 seconds running, 90 seconds walking. I'm averaging like 13:50, 14-minute mile, and I'm doing just a 5K today. I was going to go a little bit longer, but logistic wise, it's easier just to stick with this. It's feeling okay. Like there is pain, but it's definitely not the same amount of pain I was having. So I'm going to take that as a good sign. I will run again tomorrow. I think I'll increase 15 seconds on the running and decrease on the walking and see how that feels.
All Africa. All Africa.
Well, I made it to Coco. I got all my stuff, got the bib. I think I'm all packed for tomorrow. I forgot bagels, so I will have to go and get a bagel. I figure I'll just go out and get dinner, and then there is a Walmart up the street, so I will stop at Walmart and get some bagels and a banana, and that should be it. It's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow morning. It'll be windy and chilly, but not too bad. I can throw a long sleeve. I'm gonna wear my vest so I can throw my long sleeves in that before the race starts. That's it. I'll see how it goes tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna show you what came today. Tomorrow is Space Coast. You can see there's my bib. And being near Cape Canaveral, it's all Space Coast, space themed. So you get a patch. Every year is a different mission. And you get a moon pie. This will be my dessert. It's not my favorite, but it's a shirt, long sleeve, which I guess I am wearing, but we only need like 1 month out of the year. So that's it. It's marathon time tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Since I have absolutely no idea how long I'm going to be out there, I don't know if I'm going to make it the full 26 miles. If I do make it the full 26 miles, how fast am I going? I could be a full 2 hours slower than what I was hoping to run. So I have tailwind, which I know will give me at least half of my carbs or 3/4 of my carbs. And then I haven't actually tried this gel yet, so I will probably save it for last. I know this one sits okay, and I know the Scratch Chews sit okay. I have tried the actual Pop-Tarts, and they were fine. It was just hard to carry, so I'm going to use these, and hopefully they are better. And I know I can do Rice Krispie treats, so my main goal is to drink this. It also is my electrolytes. So drink this, and then starting at 30 minutes every hour, have one of mine. So at the 30, 90, oh no, I have to do minute math, 150, I'll eat some of these or take a gel or something. And then if they have something on the course, I'll maybe grab it. They have gel stations, but I don't know what company it is. I didn't look. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm assuming if I do finish, I will come in between 6 and 6:30, just based on how fast I've been moving lately. And I'll be honest, I've never been out for a marathon that long before, so I'm not sure if this is enough or if it'll be enough, but I'll try. That's all I can do. I like to put mine in little baggies instead of messing with the bags, and that way I don't have to worry about them falling out if I end up not eating all of it. Like the gummies, I'll only eat half of them for one time, and these I definitely won't eat all of them at one time. I'll eat one Rice Krispie at a time. And then the gels, I will slowly eat those. Like I can't just squeeze them in and eat them all at once. I have to eat them slowly. So I like to put them in little baggies, and then I'll shove them in pockets or put them in my hydration vest. It's just my little trick. But all of these are about 100 calories per serving and 19 to 25 carbs per serving. So hopefully it'll balance out with the tailwind, because I get tired of drinking and I like to eat. So hopefully that balances out.
Ron John Surf Shop, Moon Pie, Parrish Healthcare Orthopedics, the Bergman Group, Hampton Inn, Courtyard by Marriott, Country Inn and Suites, Hilton Garden Inn, Marathon Photo.
All right, I just passed mile 12. I made it run walking. I did 90-45, then I switched to 90-30, then I switched to 60-30, and now I'm just walking. I can walk the last mile and be all right. I'm very tired. Definitely lost my endurance. Well, I finished the half. They kept emphasizing at the start, if you don't think you're going to be able to finish the marathon, there was basically a abort mission, as they called it, lane for the marathoners at 13.1. So I took it. I was feeling okay. Like the hip didn't hurt too bad. I was doing intervals. I started with 90. Oh shoot, I think I said it earlier, 90-45, then I went to 90-30, and then I went to 60-30, and then at mile 12, I think I told you I decided to walk, and then I switched it up to 30-60, and then just 60, and then I just kind of ran when I saw I only had like 3/10 to go, or 2/10 to go, or whatever. So I took the quit, basically. They still gave me the marathon medal, which is huge. I'll just squeeze a little half in somewhere, because I did run, I ran 13.2 miles, so I did run a half marathon. I just was tired. I did not have the stamina to go 26, which I figured, and I knew if I tried to go more, which I kind of wanted to do so I could line up better with Goofy, it wasn't going to work well, because there was no sag wagon. Like, I looked, there was no official end behind the last runner, nothing. So I knew that if I went beyond that point, I was on my own to get back. So if I decided at 15 I was done, I was still gonna have to walk 2 miles back. So then it's 17, and so I was like, I'm done. I'll just try to do a longer run next week. I'm in a little bit of pain, but not too bad. But I'm gonna, get showered and go home and hopefully not hit a whole bunch of traffic like yesterday. And I forgot my contacts. So I had to run in these glasses, which slide down constantly. So like every 15 seconds, it was me going, trying to wipe all the sweat and push my glasses back up. So annoying. So that also was a big factor. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I brought my saline solution, but forgot my contacts. So this was just it's been one of those weekends.